Hold up. Before you book anything for 2026, pause for a second. Flights, hotels, cruises, rental cars. Even that quick weekend trip you're thinking won't matter much. Because there's one travel secret that decides whether you pay way more than you should or feel like you actually beat the system. And no, this isn't about secret websites, promo codes, or credit card points. This is about something way bigger. Something most travelers won't realize until it's already cost them money. Stick with me, because once this clicks, you won't be able to unsee it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Travel in 2026 doesn't work the way it used to. The old rules are gone. Airlines don't price flights based on seats alone. Hotels don't price rooms based on demand alone. Everything is dynamic now, and that means pricing reacts to behavior, how often you search, how fast you click, how locked in you look. You might think you're just checking prices, but the system is watching and adjusting in real time. And this is where most people accidentally sabotage themselves. They search emotionally, they panic, scroll. They refresh the same route 10 times a day. They compare prices non-stop because they're afraid of missing out. But all that tells the algorithm one thing. This person wants this trip badly. And when the system senses urgency, prices don't drop, they harden. Think about this for a second. Two people want the exact same flight, same airline, same seat class, same destination. One person checks it once or twice over a few days. The other checks it every morning, every lunch break, every night. Guess who gets punished with higher prices? It's not random, it's behavioral pricing, and it's everywhere in 2026. Now let's talk about the biggest myth still floating around online. Just book early. That advice worked years ago. In 2026, booking too early often means you're paying a premium for certainty. Airlines and hotels know early planners value peace of mind, so they charge more for it. You're not locking in a deal, you're locking in inflated pricing before competition forces prices to normalize. But booking late isn't the answer either. Late booking triggers urgency pricing. At that point, the system knows time is running out and assumes you're willing to pay whatever it takes. So now you're trapped between two bad options: early overpaying or late panic pricing. The real win happens in the middle, inside a pricing window most travelers don't even know exists. This window is where demand is visible but not desperate, where inventory is still flexible but competition hasn't peaked. That's when prices dip, and smart travelers don't guess when that window is. They create conditions that let the system reveal it to them. Hotels are a perfect example of this shift. Everyone thinks refundable bookings are the smart move. And yes, flexibility matters. But hotels caught on. In 2026, refundable rooms are often priced higher from the start because hotels know most people won't cancel anyway, so travelers feel safe. But they're quietly paying extra for flexibility they never use. The smarter approach is understanding when hotels expect cancellations and when they don't. Mid-cycle bookings, after early planners, but before last-minute travelers, often reveal better value. Especially when availability is steady, but not trending. That's where pricing softens. Airbnb is even more aggressive. Hosts now rely heavily on automated pricing tools. These tools track local demand, events, seasonal trends, and yes, social media buzz. TikTok alone can spike prices in a neighborhood overnight. So if you're booking a place because it's suddenly everywhere on social media, you're already late. The price you're seeing isn't popularity pricing. It's anticipation pricing. This is why smart travelers in 2026 don't chase viral destinations. They look for places right before the hype curve bends upward. Same experience, less crowding, lower cost, better stay. Another massive mistake people make is locking themselves into exact dates too early. Fixed dates are a pricing disadvantage. The moment you say, I must travel June 12th to June 18th, you've given up leverage. The system now knows you're inflexibly, and flexibility is power in 2026. When you search flexible ranges, late June, early fall, shoulder season, the algorithm starts working for you instead of against you. Cheaper departure days show up. Better routing options appear. Prices stabilize instead of climbing. You're no longer reacting, you're observing. And this is where most people say, well, I can't be flexible. But here's the reality. Even small flexibility matters. One day earlier, one day later. Midweek instead of weekend. Those tiny adjustments can unlock entirely different pricing models. Now let's talk about search discipline. Because this is where most money is lost. Constant searching doesn't help you find better deals. It signals desperation. Smart travelers limit how often they check prices. They space out searches. They avoid logging emotional behavior. They don't refresh the same route over and over like it's a stock ticker. Instead, they let the system reset. They check at controlled intervals. They watch trends, not fluctuations. And when the price drops into the value zone, not the lowest price ever, but a fair price, they act confidently instead of hesitating. And that's another huge issue in 2026. Hesitation. People wait for one more drop and miss the window completely. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is value. If the price fits historical patterns and demand conditions, that's the moment. Waiting for miracles usually backfires. So when you hear people say travel is insanely expensive now, understand this. Travel isn't just expensive. It's reactive. The people paying the most aren't unlucky. They're noisy. They broadcast urgency. They lock themselves into rigid plans too early. They chase trends too late. And the system profits from all of it. The number one travel secret you must know before booking anything in 2026 is this. Pricing systems respond to behavior more than availability. Once you understand that, everything changes. You stop chasing deals. You stop stressing over fluctuations. You stop feeling ripped off. You start moving calmly, intentionally, and strategically. And that's why two people can book the same trip and have totally different experiences, financially and mentally. One feels scammed. The other feels smart. The difference isn't money or luck. It's awareness. In the next video, I'll break down exact booking strategies for 2026, when to search, when to wait, when to book, and how to avoid triggering higher prices without even realizing it. Flights, hotels, and destinations that are still undervalued right now. So if you want to travel more without bleeding cash, make sure you're subscribed. Because in 2026, travel doesn't reward the fastest clicker. It rewards the smartest one.